Hello, thank you for tuning into Invisible Jacksons. My name is Tori. Some of you might actually know me from my personal YouTube account called TOYA, but I decided I wanted to start a second account just so I could, you know, make videos and share the legacy of the Jackson family, because why not? I've been a fan of them for years, since I was like really young. Started out with Michael, and through Michael I learned about the whole family and I began to love all of their work. Eventually I would love to do videos going into detail about their careers, their lives, their successes, music, because I'm a really big fan of the music, so there would be a lot of music videos. But today I decided I wanted to start off with something fun, something to kind of get to know me as a Michael Jackson's fan. So today I have decided to do the Michael Jackson Collector's Challenge. I think you'll enjoy it, so stay tuned. Alright, so before I get started, I just want to give credit to the people I was inspired by to do this. First person, the one who I got the idea from, is Apple and MJ. She's a great young moonwalker who also makes videos on YouTube. So I'll do, in the description box, I will put the link to her channel if you want to watch or subscribe. But the originator of this challenge is Miranda the Moonwalker. I will also link her page in the description below. So basically, I don't have the best living situation right now to actually display and show my whole collection, so I really appreciate Miranda for creating this. Now, I wasn't tagged or challenged by anyone in specific. I just thought this would be a fun thing to do. So let me just get started. So the first topic is, sorry, I have to look at my phone, is the weirdest item in my collection. Now, I don't really have anything weird in my collection. However, the weirdest thing that I do have is this puzzle, and it's only weird due to its circumstances. So here's the puzzle. It's basically just a Michael album cover puzzle. Like, it has the whole picture on there. The reason why it's weird, oh, here's the bag of the pieces, but the reason why it is weird is because it's missing pieces. Like, I wasn't able to finish it. I'm kind of upset about that, but it's cool. It's a unique puzzle. Sorry for the noise, because all the pieces are wood. Let me see if it'll focus. Yeah, they're wood pieces, and it's a wood burn puzzle. The whole thing is wood. And another reason why it's cool is because they put my name on it. So I thought that was pretty cool. I probably won't ever do it again. Maybe if I'm like bored or something, but for the most part I'll just keep it as decoration. I feel like it's a great decoration piece, the box itself. So the next topic is the newest item in my collection, and I actually just got it yesterday. It is the Lovely One 45 single from the Jackson's Triumph album. And the Jackson's Triumph album is my favorite Jackson's album, okay? It's my favorite album. I love it. I think it's a masterpiece. I would love to collect all of the singles from that album, but for now I just have this. Oh, and on the other side is a great surprise. Is they added Bless His Soul on the other side from the Destiny album, and that is honestly one of my favorite songs from that album. All right, to topic number 3, we have the most expensive item in my collection. It is this little history tour crew itinerary from 1996. It has the tour dates from Auckland, New Zealand to Honolulu, Hawaii. So basically, I guess this is what the all the workers on the tour have. It has a lot of information. So like it has maps of the countries that they, cities, countries, continents that they visited. I don't know. It has like hotel information, like where they stay. It tells them like the travel day, like when they're loading up and all that. I saw this and I was like, I want it. The thing is, I thought it was going to be bigger because from the picture, the perspective made it look like it was going to be bigger. But it's a really interesting thing to have. All right, so topic number 4. All right, the first item in my collection. This is going to be really interesting because I cannot remember the exact first item in my collection. I've been a fan for a while, so I can't exactly remember what I got first, but I have 3 ideas of what they are. And now the first one is this Jet magazine from when he passed in 2009. I accidentally got this. Well, not accidentally, but I saw it on accident. My cousin was moving out of town. Yeah, she was moving out of town and I was starting piano. She had a piano bench that I could have. And so when we went over there to go move it and take it home, I looked down and I saw that magazine. And I was like, I want this. If she let me have it. So I thought that was really nice. And it just has pictures and it shows like different ebony covers and merch. I don't know if they still have it. This is back in 2009, but yeah. The second one that it could be is the Escape album. This one was a surprise as well. I know for sure that this is my first Michael Jackson official CD. Back in 2014, I had just finished 7th grade. It was the last day of school, actually, I remember, and I was getting ready to go somewhere, some meeting or something, and my sister comes home with my mom from Walmart, and she comes in the room. She said, here's this for your good grades. She hands me the Walmart sack and I look inside. It is Escape, and I'm like, oh my goodness, because all the hype was surrounding it. Love Never Felt So Good, the music video with Justin Timberlake and all that. And I didn't think I was going to be able to have it. I was just so used to like listening to his music from like YouTube or like Pandora or something back then. So this was really surprising to have. Oh, I always forget about this. I always forget about this. This is cool. I like it. It is a poster. Yeah, so I used to have it hanging up in my old room. The third thing that it could be, unfortunately, I lost it. It was a mixtape given to me by a friend, and I remember the day that she gave it to me. I was in like her office or whatever, and she was like, all right, I'm gonna give this to you, but I need you to guess every song on here. You have to get the songs correct. So she played snippets of each song down the track list, and I had to guess what the song was. Like, I got every single one of them right. And I believe a lot of those songs were from Invincible. So it wasn't like an official thing, but it was a good memorable thing to have. Now, okay. Next topic, we have unopened items. I don't have very many unopened items. I like to use my items as well as like keep them on a display. However, I do have one that is unopened and has remained unopened since its release. It's the Jackie Jackson Be The One vinyl. I'm so like, this is like the only one left. Like, I don't think I could find it anywhere else. And I got it brand spanking new. Brand spanking new. This album is so good. If you haven't listened to it, so go listen to it. My favorite songs on there are Be The One, the title track, Stay, and Who's Loving You Now. Those are some great songs, so I suggest you go check that out. Okay, here's another one that's gonna have quite a few because I just could not decide. It is the most sentimental item in my collection. I have a couple actually. So I'm gonna start off with this one. It is LaToya Jackson's book that was released in 2011 called Starting Over. Excuse the stickers, it used to be like a library book. I got it used. Basically there's a lot of like controversy surrounding LaToya and her life and her involvement with her family, but this book addresses all of that. Like, I knew that whatever went on with her first book, like I had read and like knew for years that that wasn't her idea. Like, she was forced to do it by an individual who took advantage of her and abused her. So years later, which happened to be 2 years after Michael passed, she decided to write this book, Starting Over. And she wrote it with her friend Jeffrey Phillips, by the way. And here she talks about her experiences of dealing with abuse and being taken advantage of, and her story really mirrors Michael's, and she included him in this book as well, especially towards the end. Yeah, it's a really, I mean, some parts are like hard to read, but it's a great book. I suggest you read it. You learn her truth. Please learn her truth. But trigger warning for abuse and all that. If you're unable to handle it, probably don't read it. Another thing, it's another book I love reading. I love it. Is the Remember the Time book, aka Michael Jackson's Bodyguards book. It was written by Bill Whitfield, Javon Beard, and Tanner Colby. But the two bodyguards are Bill and Javon. This is a great book because for the longest, like, I really didn't know what his final years were like. I really just knew that he was trying to work on This Is It. And then out of nowhere, he ended up passing away. And I was like, okay, well, like, what happened leading up to it? This book touches on that. And it goes into his personal life. These security guards did not know him as the king of pop. They got to know him as a person, as the human he was, as the father he was. And it really is a humanizing book. It has some funny parts, it has some good parts, but it also has some sad parts going into what he dealt with. He too was taken advantage of, especially financially. And that's why I say him and LaToya's stories mirror each other. Her story also goes into the last years of his life as well. So this is a fan favorite, and I really suggest you read it, especially if you're a Michael Jackson fan and you want to know about who he was personally. He was a great person. Bill and Javon defend this man to this day. They were great people for him to have around during his last years. Oh, also, if you get this book, all the proceeds will be donated to people in need. So I really think that is a great thing. It's really helping keep Michael's legacy going. Okay, sorry I went off on a tangent there, but I'm so passionate about those books. Oh, I forgot the last item, the last sentimental item. This is a binder that I have, and it's not necessarily a binder, but what's in it? Sorry for the noise. This is basically a binder that I've had since I was younger. In my old house, I was a broke child. You know, I wasn't working wasn't grown, so I didn't have money to buy posters and decorate my room and all that. So I printed out, let's just say somewhere like 40 to 50 pictures of Michael, and I made a timeline of his life and taped it to the wall. Sorry, it's like my camera's like blinking. I also started a Janet wall. So this is that. I would love to go more in depth of what all is in here because I have some drawings and stuff, but this just really reminds me of my childhood. That's why it's one of my most sentimental things. Homemade collection stuff. I love it. All right. Next topic is the hardest item to find, and I believe the YouTuber by the name of, oh yeah, it was him. It was MJBuzz317. He came up with this topic. So the hardest item to find for me was Marlon's Don't Go album. I wanted it as a CD because when I was younger, I didn't know anything about vinyl and all that and records and stuff. So I was looking for it as a CD, and I just assumed everybody had CDs when they made music and they still had it. You could just go to Amazon and get it. But the only one I could find on Amazon was like, it was like a used one for $100 something, and like nobody was gonna get me that. So I didn't know where to get it. So fast forward to like the end of last year, I looked it up on eBay and I found it. So I was excited about that, and I finally got my Marlon Jackson album, Don't Go. I love his song Don't Go. My other favorite is Where Do I Stand. This is a great album as well, so go listen to it. I'm for real. Yo, you guys need to get acquainted with the Jackson. No, you don't have to, but like, it's a good album. It's a great one. All right, we're getting towards the end. Oh, MJ and Apple added on one. My favorite item in my collection. That was a hard one because I love a lot of items in my collection. But I just had to go with this one because it is my favorite song. The Man in the Mirror single. It is, sorry if you hear noise in the back, but this is my absolute favorite song of all time. Favorite song of Michael, and just favorite song in general. I really feel like it displays his philosophy about change and how we can get change in the world if we change ourselves. We have to start with ourselves. How can anything else change if you don't change yourself? And it's also very nice because some of the royalties from this album sale was donated to the Ronald McDonald Camp Ronald McDonald for Good Times for children with cancer. And it was also dedicated to a young boy named Yoshiaki who was murdered. And yeah, this is my favorite song. And the last topic, I decided to add my own. It is the most surprising item in your collection. So that goes for like if you were out shopping somewhere or you were out on the town or something and you just so happen to see like a Michael Jackson or Jackson's collectible item, whether it's a CD, book, I don't know, and it just surprised you that you could find it there. Or if it was like a surprise gift, you could do that. That's what I was going for with this topic. My most surprising, I'm gonna just tell you the story. Okay, so I was reading the Jackson's Legacy book, and I saw this magazine, and I was like, I need to have that. So it was like in my watch list on eBay for the longest, and I finally bought it recently. But when I opened the package, This was on top. This was on top. And I was like, oh no, that's not the one I ordered. They gave me the wrong one. But they gave me, so I bought this one and they gave me this one as a surprise. I was so shocked because the ironic thing is that I was just watching someone's video and they were like showing off their magazine collection and they had this on there. And in here it talks about books that Michael loved to read when he was younger. I remember hearing it when I was watching the video, but like a couple of days went by and I was like, where was I when I read or heard what Michael Jackson's favorite books were when he was younger? I could not remember. And then the lady gave me this. She gave me this and I figured it out. I was like, this is so nice. I love the cover. They said, I think Michael, it's, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Is it 26? Okay. Okay. So, I don't know, is it focusing? So it's 25 things you probably didn't know about Michael Jackson. And I thought I would know things. I thought I knew. I thought I was like a Michael Jackson encyclopedia or something. But there were some surprising things in there. It actually said that he has a subscription to this Disney Adventures magazine. So I thought that was pretty nice to get that as a surprise. All right, that is the end of my collector's challenge. I hope I didn't ramble on too much, but thank you so much for watching. If I didn't say this before, I can't remember. I will include links of the items in the description box if you guys are interested. So thanks again for watching and stay tuned for more.
Can you turn up the background a bit? And I like those parts.